Paul Walker, the beloved star of the Fast and Furious franchise, tragically passed away in 2013 at the age of 40 in a horrific car accident in Santa Clarita, California. He and his friend, a professional driver, lost control of the Porsche, which violently crashed into a pole and a tree, bursting into flames moments later. But what caused two professional drivers to lose control of the car? Why did the Porsche Carrera GT catch fire so quickly? Did both men die on impact, or were they practically burned alive? Together, let's uncover all the reasons behind this fatal accident in an exclusive 3D reconstruction and reveal what the actor's autopsy discovered. All this and much more in this super production. But before we dive in, if you're not already subscribed to Brugger Films, hit that subscribe button and leave a like. This way, you help us keep creating incredible content for you. Paul Walker was attending a charity event organized by his foundation, Reach Out Worldwide, when he got into a Porsche Carrera GT as a passenger, driven by his friend and professional driver, Roger Rodas. As the car accelerated on Hercules Street in a residential neighborhood of Santa Clarita, California, it lost control at nearly 100 miles per hour. The car skidded, crashed into a pole, and then collided with a tree. The impact was so severe that the vehicle split in half and burst into flames almost instantly. Both occupants died at the scene. The accident site became famous, turning into an impromptu memorial created by fans. They leave flowers, letters, photos, and other tributes, especially on significant dates like the anniversary of his death. A true testament to the impact Paul Walker had on so many lives around the world. The Carrera GT is a controversial car. It lacks traction control and electronic stability systems, meaning the driver must have absolute skill and control over the vehicle in situations where grip is lost. Made almost entirely of carbon fiber, the car is extremely lightweight, but also has several highly flammable plastic components in its structure. Additionally, the doors are built with lightweight materials, without roll bars or airbags, further increasing the risks in case of accidents. The car is so controversial that out of the 1,270 units produced, 200 were totaled in accidents. For years, Porsche faced numerous lawsuits alleging safety flaws in the car. Now that we understand the dangers of the sports car, let's break down how the accident happened. Paul Walker and Roger Rodas were attending a charity event for victims of Typhoon Haiyan in the Philippines. After the event, they decided to take a drive in the Porsche Carrera GT with Paul as the passenger. The car was traveling at nearly 100 miles per hour in a 45 miles per hour zone when it lost control, skidded, and crashed into a pole and a tree. The impact was so powerful that the car split in half and caught fire immediately. Both Paul Walker and Roger Rodas were trapped in the vehicle and died at the scene. But what caused a professional driver to lose control of the car? Let's explore the details that may explain this tragedy. But first, let me ask you a question. Are you enjoying the video? Then subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. And of course, share it with your friends. The investigation concluded that excessive speed was the main cause of the accident. However, we know that for an experienced driver, under normal conditions, it would be very difficult to lose control of the vehicle. Another factor discovered during the investigation was that the Porsche GT truck was using old tires that were almost 9 years old. This car uses special tires that are extremely hard to find on the market. It was also raised that the car had short-circuited and caught fire before the impact. However, investigations determined that this did not happen. So, what really led to the loss of control and the tragic outcome? The official report from the Los Angeles Sheriff's Department sought evidence of alcohol and drug use by the occupants, and forensic tests were conducted to find possible mechanical failures in the car. The investigation concluded that the occupants were not under the influence of alcohol or drugs, and that the vehicle had no mechanical failures. Much was said about the poor condition of the tires, which were old and worn, and this was identified as the main factor that caused the loss of control. The investigation also found no evidence of any issues that could have caused a loss of steering control or brake failure. However, not satisfied with the conclusion of the case, Paul Walker's daughter, Meadow, filed a lawsuit against Porsche. In the lawsuit, Meadow alleged a series of instabilities in the car and claimed that other issues related to the vehicle's design and safety contributed to the star's death. She also stated that the Porsche Carrera was traveling between 62 and 71 miles per hour and that the car should not have lost stability. However, at the time of the accident, investigators determined that the car was traveling at speeds exceeding 93 miles per hour in a 45 miles per hour zone. Porsche, in turn, presented legal documents placing the blame for Walker's death on the actor and his friend. The documents stated that the car Walker died in had been modified, as well as misused and improperly maintained. Additionally, the company pointed out that the risks were obvious and known to the actor. The details of the allegations were not disclosed, but it is believed that the lack of maintenance was related to the age of the car's tires. The misuse was the high speed in a 45 miles per hour zone, and by driving the vehicle under these conditions, both occupants assumed all risks. The widow of racing driver Roger Rodas, Christine Rodas, also filed a lawsuit against Porsche, alleging mechanical defects in the car. The automaker also denied these allegations. In the end, Porsche won the battle in court, and to put an end to the matter once and for all, a settlement was reached out of court. And what was discovered in Paul Walker's autopsy? The autopsy found traces of soot in the actor's trachea, indicating that he was breathing during the fire in the car. These findings suggest that he could have survived the impact if he had been rescued in time. It's chilling to know that the actor was practically burned alive inside the Porsche. We, here at the channel, were shocked to learn that the car had tires in terrible condition, was being driven at high speed in an urban area, and to feel the sadness of knowing that the actor was still alive after the crash. But what about you? What do you think of all this? Comment below, we want to know your opinion. Do you think Porsche is to blame for providing such a dangerous car with so few safety features? Or were the occupants solely responsible for the tragedy? Paul Walker's death had a significant impact on the film industry and fans around the world. The production of Fast and Furious 7 was temporarily suspended, and the film was rewritten to honor the actor, using CGI technology and stunt doubles to complete his remaining scenes. Well, my friends, thank you for watching us. You are amazing! If you enjoyed the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a like and share it with your friends. It doesn't cost anything, and you help us continue to grow here on the platform. Brugger Films, creative videos for you. A big hug and see you in the next production. See you later.